W-9 and the IRA LLC brokerage solution. Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. And on today's AdBits, how the W-9 form will solve any IRS reporting you could have opening a brokerage account with a self-directed IRA LLC. So this podcast is going to be directed to clients, self-directed IRA, even solo 401k clients that want to use a brokerage account in the name of the LLC or 401k as part of their overall self-directed IRA strategy, right? A lot of people want to diversify and they have assets with IRA Financial, for example, invested in real estate or private placements or cryptos or gold, but they also want to do a little bit of traditional equities or ETFs, mutual funds, fixed income. So the easiest way to do it, since they already have an LLC in place, is to open a brokerage account in the name of the LLC. Since the LLC is the vehicle wholly owned by the IRA that the manager controls and is the vehicle that could essentially handle all self-directed IRA investments. And this way, the IRA owner / manager of the LLC will have all his or her investment features, investment returns, all in one spot. So it's very common that people with a self-directed IRA LLC that do real estate or other alts also want to open a brokerage account in the name of the LLC. Now, a lot of brokerage firms will make you or make the LLC submit a W-9. Now, a lot of people get frustrated and say, oh, what do I need to submit a W-9? The good news is this: it actually is going to save any potential IRS headaches. Why? Because when the brokerage account is opened, it's opened in the name of the LLC. Now, the question is, well, how does the IRS know your IRA owns the LLC? They don't have a copy of the operating agreement. The articles you file with the state doesn't show who the owner is. So how would the IRS know? You're not reporting the IRA LLC on your Schedule C on your 1040. Why? Because you don't own the LLC. Your IRA does. And IRAs do not pay tax. They don't file 1040s. They don't file an income tax return. So how in the world will the IRS know that this LLC is owned by an IRA and therefore is tax exempt? Cha-ching, the W-9. The W-9 is really an information form. Okay, it's really there to prove that you're not a foreign person, and thus the institution, the payor, does not have to withhold 30%. You know, for example, if you're a resident of France and you had potential, I don't know, dividends or other returns, the brokerage firm, potentially depending on a treaty, would have to either withhold 30% or a reduced treaty rate. Now, obviously, IRAs are U.S. persons. That's not really a problem. So the W-9 actually could work in our favor, and it does. So what the W-9 does is, if the LLC is a single member LLC, meaning it's owned by one IRA, the first line of the W-9 will actually show the owner. It doesn't show the LLC. The second line does. So the owner of the LLC would be, you know, IRA Financial Trust Company for the benefit of the Adam Bergman IRA. Bank. That will show the IRS who the owner of the LLC is, and thus, if there is any issue with 1099s and reportings in the case of the LLC, the IRS should have the proof, and you will have the proof to show the IRS if there's any letter writing campaigns going back and forth with the IRS that you do not own the LLC, you manage it, and the IRA owns it, as proof on the W-9 that the brokerage firm submitted to the IRS. So it's a very helpful form. It's one page. It takes 3 minutes to submit. You basically, on line 1, if it's a single member LLC, we'll put the name of the IRA. Line 2, the LLC. You'll check, you can check single member LLC. The exempt pay code is basically, you'll tell the IRS who owns it. And since it's an IRA, you're going to say 1, and then you're just going to put the address of the LLC and sign it. And you can put the tax ID number of the IRA custodian, since it's the beneficiary owner. And you can just ask us for that. If it's a multiple member LLC, line 1 would be the LLC. But in that case, you're not going to have any reporting issues with the brokerage firm. Why? Because the LLC is going to file a 1065 partnership return. And as part of that return, the K1 will show the owner or the partner as the IRA. So you don't have any reporting issues with partnerships. It could come into play with single member LLCs, which is why the W-9 is such a helpful form, and why I always tell clients, hey, don't complain that you got to fill it out. It's actually good, and it's actually going to help you potentially deal with any IRS, not audits, but letter writing campaigns. But they're like, hey, Adam, I see you got a 1099 from this LLC. Why didn't you report it on your 1040? And you can just show them the W-9, show them the operating agreement. But generally, that doesn't even happen because they can match the W-9 with the 1099. And they see the W-9 is associated with an IRA, since that's the beneficial owner, and they know IRAs don't pay tax, so they're not going to start harassing you for the tax money on this IRA LLC, since you don't own it, your IRA does. So that's it in a nutshell. W-9s actually can help us, especially if you are doing a self-directed IRA LLC brokerage account. It's actually the stopgap and the solution for not having the IRS harass you and ask you where all your why you didn't report this 1099 income on your 1040. Why? Because the owner is the IRA, not you, and the W-9 proves that. So thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment, question, subscribe. Obviously, you should. This is a weekly podcast I've been doing for like 3 years. A lot of fun. You get a bit of information on various self-directed tax retirement topics. So hope you enjoyed it. I try to keep it short, respect your time. But there you go. Another one in the bag. So take care, enjoy your day, and hopefully your summer's going great. And I'll see everyone again next week. Ciao. Take care.